course as a, consultant or trainer. I just designed the course content, and this is the brief of the course, what we are going to cover during our training program. So we have 4 modules total we are covering during our training program, and we have Introduction to Mastery, Employee Central, PMGM, Performance and Goal Management module, and then we have Analytics, Social Collaboration and Integration. So these are the modules that we are going to cover during our training program. And sorry. So I just give you a brief introduction of these modules and just move further. And coming to the modules, first module, Introduction to Mastery. So this is a startup module, and this is a prerequisite module in SuccessFactors. It is also called as Foundations. And so before SAP acquires SuccessFactors, was there for last 10-12 years, and it was running only the talent management modules. So if you see the talent management modules, so these modules you can implement on standalone basis as well. Like if you take performance and goal management, so you can implement this module on the standalone basis, like without having any other module. So that is how it is possible for SuccessFactors. It is because of Introduction to Mastery or because of a platform or foundations. So in the platform, we maintain the employee profile. And employee profile will have all the information and all the data which is required to run these modules on standalone. So platform is like a base, and on the platform we'll run or we'll implement these talent management module. So this is one of the prerequisite module because of this. And apart from that, in the Introduction to Mastery, we also do some of the commonly used processes like sorry, role-based permissions, that is roles permissions to the users, and then the managing the users and managing the data uploads and all this stuff. And then we have the proxies, that is coming to the securities and personalizing and customizing the instance, like logo upload and theme management. So these kind of things we will be doing it in the Introduction to Mastery. So this is one of the prerequisite module and in SuccessFactors. Then the next module, when we move to the next module, we have Employee Central. So Employee Central is a core module in SuccessFactors. So after SAP acquires SuccessFactors, then it has started Employee Central. So before that we don't have. And Employee Central consists of PAOM and ESS MSS modules. So if you see the SAP HCM side module, so the processes of PAOM and ESS MSS will have in the Employee Central. And Employee Central, as of now, is not a full-blown solution. It's a bits and pieces of solution, and SAP is working very hard to make it equally competent with the with the ESS, MSS, or PAOM, whatever it is. So, so every quarter we are getting new releases and a new process into Employee Central. So that is what I can tell you. And also, like those who are looking for long-term career in SuccessFactors, my choice is Employee Central, because Employee Central, it is in product development stage, not a complete developed product. So you can expect a very long career in SuccessFactors and in Employee Central mostly. Apart from that, also, like it is a live module, live in the sense like day-to-day transactions will happen, unlike the talent management module. So like you will be having the new hire, or you will be having the separation or termination, or you will be having what is that promotion or transfer every day, or there will be a new addition to family member of an employee every day. So these kind of actions will run on daily basis, and at the same time issues will come, and the clients or customers requires a consultant to support these issues. So that is what I can tell you. Employee Central is one of the module which gives a long-term career in SuccessFactors. Then coming to the other modules, like we have a performance and goal management module. And if you see this module, like if you see this module, SuccessFactors was known for PMGM, or SuccessFactors was started with PMGM, or SuccessFactors, the company, has started with performance management and goals management. Then after that, it acquires different companies like Jobs2Webs and Platio, then CubeTree. Then it started different modules. But otherwise, performance and goals management. It's a SuccessFactors own module, and you can see the flavor of SuccessFactors in this module. And also, like if you see uh, across the globe, any of the module of SuccessFactors in terms of implementations. So performance management and goal management stands first. So also many of the customers, what I have seen, like they start with this module. They start with this module because this is a short module, short in terms of timelines. So 12 to 16 weeks I said, 12 to 16 weeks you can implement the performance and goal management. I worked on SAP side, SAP HCM PMS, and it took almost 8 months for me to implement the performance management system, PMS, in SAP side. And I can say PMGM is almost 10 times uh, ahead of SAP's PMS, PMGM of SuccessFactors. So this is also one of the module that we are looking into. And then finally we have the fourth module, analytics, social collaboration and integration. So in the analytics we have reports, like we have a standard reports and custom reports you can build, and we call it as ad hoc reports. There are no coding for this creating the report. So we do like navigations like SAP queries, and we see how to build these queries and how to build these reports. And social collaboration, like we have a Jam and mobile. So mobile app is there, SuccessFactor app in the Google Play Store. You can download into your smartphone or tablet, and you can activate and install and activate if you are having the SuccessFactors credentials. So once you activate, sorry, once you activate, then you can get connect with the things to be done from your organization wherever you are, whether you are in travel or weekend or vacation. So this is very useful app. And apart from that, we have a Jam. So Jam is like Facebook, and I can say much more than Facebook. And it is a combination of different social networking tools like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, or whatever. I mean, so I can say like different ways you can use Jam, like uh, I mean, what do you say? Uh, I have seen the customers using it for Max, like they are creating the groups internally and dumping the documents and sharing the documents across this, and all the shared folders, and I mean the videos they are sharing and whatnot. Like even I'm surprised to see like even weekly meetings they are doing the live recordings and posting on to Jam. So if anybody is misses, and they can review that calls and meetings. So this is uh, one of the what is a hottest feature after Employee Central. The Jam is going to be, I can tell you that, and we'll just see that in our course content. And after that, we have integration. As I say, Employee Central is not full-blown solution. It requires an integration, mainly for the time, payroll, and benefit applications. So Employee Central need to take the help of the external third-party strategic partners, like we have for time Kronos and workforce, and then for payroll we have NJHR payroll, BSI, and for benefits we have benefit focus. So there are many third-party applications are there which can connect with the Employee Central. So that is what is with the external integration, and you can go for internal integration as well. So integration as a whole is a separate role done by the integration consultant, but as an Employee Central consultant, you have to support the integration person in terms of creating the roles and creating the users, and giving the permissions and access to the Employee Central and Employee Central data. Then only you can connect with the data, and you can perform the operations and develop the process, and perform the operations. So normally they run the CORD operations, CORD, create, update, read, and delete operations on the Employee Central data. So this is possible only when you provide the access to these people and permissions to these people. So we do that, and we'll just see what are all the roles that we'll be doing to support them integration consultant. Okay, so this is what we are going to cover during our training program as a whole. And so before we go further, anybody having any queries? Okay, so if you are not having so this is a course breakup what we are going to cover during our training program and course content. Like we have a first week introduction to mastery, and this is week wise, session wise, unit wise breakup. And second week you have introduction to mastery, which is continued. And then we have employee central. Third week and fourth week we have employee central. So then we have fifth week, we have a PMJ performance and goal management model. And then in sixth week, we have analytics, social collaboration, and integration. So these are the modules breakup of the course and course content. Actually, in this brochure and in this content, we have given as 6 weeks, but it is going between 7 to 8 weeks. Employee Central, it was given as 2 weeks, but it is going up to 3 weeks, and PMGM also it is going more than a week. So as a whole, the course goes from 7 to 8 weeks of time and 8 weeks of duration. So this is a course content what we are going to cover during our training program. So in today's session, I'll be going with the session 1, which is a cloud and which is success factors, and why SAP acquire success factors and why organizations are going to cloud and why organizations are replatforming to cloud, and then what are the modules in success factors management, and the role of the consultant success factor consultant, and then we'll see some of the queries on the FAQs. So if you are familiar with this session 1, I'm not sure if you've gone through the video, so which is shared the same content. Otherwise, maybe I can take up any of the session of your choice if you are having any specific choice. So, okay, I suppose I need to go with this session 1 only. So, just hold on a minute. Is to know what is cloud and why companies are moving to cloud, and then why SAP acquires success factors and what are the modules in success factors and what is the role of the consultant, and some of the FAQs will be going on. So if you see the cloud, and cloud is not a new, and we are all into cloud, like we are using the Dropbox, Google Drive, and Gmail, and Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. All these are based on the cloud and cloud applications. So if you just go to the Facebook, like if you want to use the Facebook, you have to create a user, and once you create the user with the credentials, you can log into Facebook, and you can perform some of the personal activities, and like you can post a query or you can post a set the status or whatever it is. So all you are doing it for free. This is what you'll be doing. So this is what is the Facebook what we'll be doing and what we know actually. But when you come to this SaaS is a model, software as a service, and which the success factors or Salesforce or any of the other cloud-based applications are running. So here also, like the companies like SuccessFactors having the data center in USA, and so in place of person, the organizations organizations can perform the business transactions in the cloud, and to perform this business transaction in cloud, SuccessFactors charges the customers, and that is what we call as user subscription. So by paying the user subscription to the cloud-based companies, the organizations can run the business transactions in their data center. This is what simply what we call as a SaaS, software as a service. So this is what uh, the companies are running and companies are doing. And if we just move further, like why the organizations are replatforming to cloud, what is the advantages, what are the advantages of the cloud? So if you see these advantages of the cloud, so basically hardware, software, upgrade, support, implementation. So all these are the advantages of the cloud model. So as a whole, I can coin one word. I can say total cost of operating. Total cost of operating or total cost of ownership is very, very less compared to on-premise. So hardware, if you see hardware, you don't need to, the companies do not need to maintain the servers, machines in premise. And software, like unlike SAP licensing methodology, we have a user subscription. So if you are implementing only PMGM, you pay only for that module. That's it. So there is no need of paying for all the modules and licensing. So there is no licensing concept. And upgrade also, like customer always will be working on the latest technology. So if you see the upgrade, I have seen the upgrade of 4.7 to ECC 6.0. 4.7 Enterprise Edition to ECC 6.0, the customers moving the upgrade, and like I've seen the pain of these customers. Like the upgrades are not free, and upgrades will take almost the same time as implementation, and to get stabilized, it will take a lot of time. And also, like the functionalities, they are not sure if the functionalities work or not, mainly on the G process. So this is all pain for the customers. But when it comes to this upgrade here in SuccessFactors or in cloud, so it is these upgrades are free, and these upgrades do not take time consuming. Like with the click of a mouse, you can perform the upgrade. So it is the upgrade can be done from the administrator, or upgrade can be done from the SuccessFactors. Like they'll be doing the upgrades on the data centers, that is quarterly upgrades. And apart from that, the admin also can perform the upgrades from the admin center with the click of a mouse. And these are all free, and always customer working on the latest technology, and SuccessFactors will make sure the functionalities will work after the upgrade. In case if they are not working, the customers can revert the upgrade, and they can undo the upgrade as well as within the 10 days or within 30 days. I suppose if it's 30 currently. And also they have an option of raising a Jira with SAP to resolve the issues and to revert the process. So it is possible. Like the upgrades are very user friendly here, and also the support and implementation. So support normally for talent management, support does not require, and implementations, like implementation timelines are very short. As I say, PMGM takes 12 to 14 weeks. So that is the timelines of implementation. At the same time, customers will get the quick return on investments. So all this total cost of operating is less in cloud. That is a reason uh, the organizations are replatforming from traditional on-premise to the cloud and cloud-based applications or cloud HCM. So that is what I can tell you. Why? Then the user experience and mobile or social networking or social collaboration. So user experience is simple and easy compared to on-premise. So at least for users, you don't require to take a professional training to operate on the technology. So if you take SAP side, of course, they need to undergo the user training. So otherwise, they cannot handle the process. So this is what you have. Anyway, so this is why the people are interested in moving to cloud. And if we just move further, like cloud security having mice with many of the people and many of the organizations, but this is not true. And cloud is safe and secure, and cloud data is encrypted, and cloud is like what I say, if any of the organization running a application in cloud, like they have to undergo a lot of certifications, and cloud is safe and secure. Apart from that, like what SAP has done. So before SAP acquired, SuccessFactors were running only from US data center in Arizona, I suppose. But after SAP acquires, then SAP has started data centers in European Union as well, because normally for private projects or for any MNC projects, so there is no problem. But if it comes to federal projects, so according to the policies of federal projects, so they need to maintain the data center in the country, same country, at least in the same continent. So this is the reason why SuccessFactors has started, sorry, why SAP has started European Union data centers and Asia Pac, I suppose. And so this is the distributed data center concept, which was launched by SAP. So data is safe and secure. That is what I just want to convey. So just move ahead. And so when I ask the participant why SAP has acquired SuccessFactors, and most uh, commonly answer what I get is SAP is good in core and SuccessFactors is good in talent management. SAP has acquired SuccessFactors to go on hybrid model, which is SAP's core with along with SuccessFactors talent management. So the answer is correct. So the answer is correct. Like SAP's go forward strategy uh, is to go with the SuccessFactors talent management model. So that is what, and apart from that, we also can see some hidden agenda or an analysis when you go for any of the HRS webinars in last years or in during current present webinars. If you submit attend any summits, then they are keep on discussing on one point, which is talent management crisis. So what is talent management crisis is critical talent shortages and leadership gaps, newly diverse workforce and underengaged employees, managing underengaged employees and high turnover of key talents. So these are all different issues faced by HR. These are all the different issues faced by HR, what we call as talent management crisis. And so because of this, and so SuccessFactors uh, is having a perfect solution to handle these talent management crisis. That is what SAP has believed. So SAP has believed that SuccessFactors is having a perfect solution to handle these talent management crisis in terms of their modules, like it is having the workforce planning, recruitment, onboarding, performance management, goal management, compensation, learning management system, succession planning, and career development, and workforce analytics. So these are all the different modules in the talent management area handle the crisis of talent management. These are to handle these crises. That is what SAP has believed, and that is the reason why SAP has acquired. Not only just SAP is not good in talent management. So when you just move to SuccessFactors further, like if you see SuccessFactors, the overview, as we discussed just now, SuccessFactors talent management modules are best of breed modules, all the talent management modules. Like you have a PMGM, performance and goal management, and compensation, like a perform and reward functionality. This is what we call as perform and reward. And then you have a recruitment and onboarding, workforce planning, workforce analytics, LMS, learning management system. These are all the best of breed modules in talent management. And when you see the core modules, so core modules, you have Employee Central. So Employee Central is a core module started by SAP. Then Employee Central Payroll, currently it is a posting program. So Employee Central Payroll is not done with the configuration. So it is done with the integration. The payroll can be internal or external. SAP Payroll you can link, or you can go for NJHR or any of the other payrolls, external payrolls as well. So this is what we have, the core modules, and these are the talent management, these are the talent management modules we have in SuccessFactors. So when we go to the deployments or implementations, project implementations, as I discussed earlier, like SAP's go forward strategy, like earlier, like the strategy was like SAP HCM core along with SuccessFactors talent management model. So that is what actually called as a hybrid deployment model. So hybrid deployment model is SAP HCM core plus SuccessFactors talent management. And we have two more models, like we have a side-by-side deployment model and full cloud deployment. So if you see the side-by-side deployment, I have a use case, like I can give you a use case, like for one of the public sector organization having 17,000 employees, and we have implemented success factors like for 4,000 executive cadre employees. So say they are having 17,000 employees, and out of that 4,000 are executive cadre, and for them we have implemented Employee Central, and 17,000 were running ESSMSS as well. So they are running the ESSMSS as well as Employee Central parallelly. That is what we call a side-by-side deployment model. And over a period of time, once they get the confidence in Employee Central, they may switch over their 17,000 employees to Employee Central. So that is what the idea was. So this is what we call as a side-by-side or parallel deployment. Then we have a full cloud deployment. So normally if you see SAP HCM core as well as SuccessFactors core as well as SuccessFactors talent management. If you implement both in cloud, that is full cloud deployment. Like if you implement Employee Central payroll, and if you implement all the talent management modules, so that is what we call as a full cloud deployment. As of now, full cloud deployment, if you are going on full cloud, integration consultant plays a major role than the implementation. So there will be a lot of integration work required in when the customer goes on full cloud deployment model. Okay, so I have two more points here to discuss. Success factors ideology is start anywhere and go everywhere. So what does it mean? It means success factors module, you can implement any of the module. You can start the implementation of any of the module or success factors. So like performance and goal management. I can start PMGM, and I can go and I can extend the implementation to any of the other module like compensation. But how can I implement a PMGM on the standalone basis without having the core module? That is, the reason is we have discussed earlier, like a platform. So we have a platform, and with respect to the platform and with the support of the platform, or by taking the base as platform, you can implement any of the module in SuccessFactors. So when you implement employee profile, so with the support of employee profile, you can go for PMGM as standalone basis, and you can start implementation of that module, and you can extend your implementation to any of the other module. That is what we call as start anywhere and go everywhere. So that is the ideology or methodology of SuccessFactors. Then we have a small scale implementations. So nobody has asked a question like when I said mainly 2 points. The project implementations are very short and timelines are very short. I can implement in 12 to 16 weeks or 18 weeks. So the timelines are very short. And also I said like there is no support for the talent management models. So this is also one of the major point for the consultants who are working in it. So if you say only 14 weeks and 16 weeks, then how about our career and how about the prospects? So you must have got this point. Like, but if you see the implementation scale, the scale of implementations, so you cannot compare and you cannot imagine with the, you cannot compare with the SAP. So success factors can go for very small scale implementations, like an organization with a headcount of 50. An organization with a headcount of 50, you can implement success factors. So that much of small scale implementations you can go. So you can imagine what is the scope for the implementations of success factors. So because it supports very, very small scale implementations. So that is the reason we have, though the timelines are short and though success factors does not have the support activities, the implementations wise you can expect a very huge number of implementations, and that is what and where the strength lies. for the consultants. Okay, so I have the I'll be getting frequent questions on customizing. So does SuccessFactors having the customizing? So normally cloud-based applications will not have the customizing, but SuccessFactors has started customizing with the after acquiring SAP, after acquired by SAP. So we have a tool called as MDF Metadata Framework. So Metadata Framework is a tool and framework to go and to do the customizing. So for doing the customizing, we don't have any coding like ABAP. So we'll be doing it with the navigations only. So that is what we have, we call as MDF Metadata Framework. So extensibility is possible. Also, the customizing, creation of the new process also possible with MDF. And so I'll be getting questions on do you have or will there be any coding? So of course there is some coding in XML. So in SuccessFactors we'll be having two systems. One will be the instance and one will be the provisioning. So one is front end and one is back end. So in the back end system we'll be having the XML files maintained. So these XML files already exist in the system. And if you have to make any structural changes in the system, so I said structural changes, so you have to download these XML files and you have to make some changes and you have to import back. So if customer does not require any structural changes, then there is no need of going on this XML code. But if they need it, and so you have to download the files and you can add the code and you can import it. So there is nothing you are doing from the scratch. Already files are there, so you have to download and do some changes and import. So XML also, before coming to SuccessFactors, I'm also new to XML, but I can say this is not difficult, it is user friendly. So once you do it for 1-2 times and you'll get familiar with this code or process. So coming to so this we already discussed. So SAP is replacements. People will be asking for replacement. So as of now, most of the customers or SAP is not going on talent management of SAP. So it is going with the SuccessFactors talent management only. And over a period of time, maybe after 2 or 3 years, the ESS, MSS or PAOM might replace with Employee Central. But at the moment, so it is not, it will take time. So talent management or the area definitely going with the SuccessFactors as of now. Okay, so so we have the role of the consultant and what is the role of the SuccessFactors consultant? So I'll be getting these questions. So unlike in SAP side, unlike SAP HCM, there is no differentiation of role like functional, technical, portal, basis. So we don't have these many roles or these many functionalities. And what we call normally a PS consultant, professional services consultant, SuccessFactors professional services consultant. This is what we call. So SuccessFactors professional services consultant is a person who is implementing any of the module of SuccessFactors with the client. So this is what, so it is like one-man army. So there is most likely the professional services consultant. We also call him as admin. So each module we call him as admin, Employee Central admin, PMGM admin, compensation admin, and so this admin or professional services consultant is a person who is implementing any of the module of SuccessFactors with the customers. And apart from that, the professional services consultant may also participate in the pre-sales activities because when salespeople go for any calls, sales calls, or go to the prospects, so they'll be asking many questions on cloud and cloud security and customizing and they'll be asking on different things like integration, so how to integrate the payroll time solution. So you'll be getting a lot of questions from the prospects and sales executives may not able to handle these queries and So you may also participate in the sales calls, if not directly traveling, maybe through web conferencing or any of other demo models. So we'll be participating in the sales demos as well. So then we have BizX methodology. So BizX methodology is the project implementation methodology, like ASAP methodology. So we just see this in the next session. So in this session, like we have gone through the, we have done with the session one, why cloud, why success factors. So why organizations are moving to cloud, like uh, why companies are replatforming to cloud, and because of total cost of operating, and then why SAP has acquired success factors, and then what are the modules in success factors, core and talent management, and what are the different deployment models, and what is the role of the consultant. So this is what we have gone through, and BizX methodology will go on the next session. So before I go further, I have the frequently asked questions. So before I take up your questions, so I have some of the FAQs which commonly I'll get it from the participants. So I'll go on this and then I'll come back to your queries. Okay, so the prerequisites, so SAP HCM functional consultant with 3 to 4 years of experience would be an ideal for success factors. So if not, that is the case, then any of the HRS domain expertise, or HRS technical expertise or technical consultant can move to success factors. So even I belong to second category, I'm not functional consultant. Then the modules of success factors, like SAP success factors having different modules that what we have discussed, and but what modules we are going to cover, or what modules we are covering during our training program, as I say, employee central, performance and goal management modules. So there is a reason to go on these modules. So at this point of time, I advise or I suggest the participant don't go and uh, don't get confused, and don't take too much, and don't uh, go on uh, on different models or different models. What I mean, like if you take the modules like recruitment or LMS, or so, these modules does not support the training models. Like if you see the recruitment having recruitment onboarding, recruitment marketing, like when you create a advertisement or notification, so that notification need to be published in the social medias like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. So all this cannot be demonstrated. That is what I mean is. So you cannot demonstrate, or any trainer rather cannot demonstrate what we are doing on real time. So hardly on these modules, on the other modules, other than what we are doing, Employee Central, PMGM. So no trainer can demonstrate more than 30 to 40% of what it is covered on what we are doing on real time. So, but when it comes to these modules, so what I'm doing on the customer instance, almost the same we are doing in the sales in the demo instance. So it matches, I can say, up to 90% of the activities what we are doing. Uh, so that is the reason why I have chosen these modules, and also take these modules as a launch pad. So this is the modules, easiest modules and simplest module to start your career in SuccessFactors. So just take this as a launch pad, and once you get into SuccessFactors, spend at least 1 year of time, and you'll know in and out of this process, and then you can expertise and you can select a module to go on your specialized specialization. So, but at this point of time, I do not recommend to go on any other module than what we are currently focused. So I'll be getting a lot of questions on the certifications, and is it required, is it mandatory? So it is not mandatory, but it is suggested and advisable, and it gives weightage to your profile. So when you say certified, and also I have seen when we go for any client calls, or when we go for any client interviews, so normally the customers uh, asks for the certified consultants, because I hardly see any of the client, asking any question on success factors. So their only gut feeling is if you are certified, you know something, and that is the reason why they'll be asking on the certification. But otherwise, it is not mandatory, but it is recommended, and it gives weightage to your profile, and it is not difficult also. Like I'll be getting mails from the earlier participant every week saying they completed this certification and the other module certification. So certification is not difficult. So once you have the focus and once you complete the training and spend at least 1 month of time on reading. So our training program majorly covers on the on-job training or real-time orientation. So when it comes to certification, definitely you need to go on the implementation guides. You need to go on the reading, what you say. So reading is required, and certification tests your theoretical skills. So that is the reason, at least after the completion of training, you need to spend 2 to 3 hours of time on reading for 1 month, and then you'll be in a comfortable position to clear the certification. So most of my earlier participant has completed. So this is what they followed. And experience, at least in India, companies will not call for an interview if you say I'm just trained. So you need to put some experience in your profile, and we'll just help out on building the profile with some projects and objects. But at the same time, I do not recommend to go on too much of experience because uh, it gives trouble. And I know personally people with 3 years experience, 2-3 years of experience in success factors, they're called as solution architect and subject matter experts, SMEs. So this is the case normally with people with 15 years of experience in SAP side. So that is the reason. So don't go on too much of experience. So, but at the same time, just show some objects and some projects. That is what I can recommend. Okay, coming to the server, this is one of the major questions I'll be getting, and we'll be providing the access to our participant during the training program and 2 weeks after the training program. And it is a dedicated 24/7 access. And I know personally how difficult it is to arrange access to the participant. And I will suggest or recommend every participant to make use of it. So what we are providing. So I know people, and I have seen the people, and I have seen the participants coming with a lot of interest, lot of enthusiasm. They start the training programs, and so after a 1 month, like they drop and they say reasons for they got on-site opportunity, and they got a project go live, and they say the current project does not having these modules or any of the other reason, and they come back after 2 months or 3 months, and I can tell you that you lose the tempo. When you lose the tempo, it will not work out. So definitely during this program, during this period, you should keep training as your first priority. So that then only it will work out. I can tell you that, and I can guarantee on it. So we are putting a lot of effort from outside, and so at the same time we'll also expect from the participant the same things. So duration of the course is 7 to 8 weeks of time, and it is Monday to Friday most likely, and timings you can just check with the management. And that is from my side. We are ready from our side to help you out to get into success factors, and it is your turn to take up a decision. So that is what I can tell you. Okay, that's it from my side, and you can go with your queries.